Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Winston now to throw on first down.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Winston. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
4th down, Winston. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's Hurts to throw. He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 15th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by about 10 minutes. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kaiser White, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the interception, Winston. Eagle pressure, 2 men this time. Randy Gregory. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack on 1st down, Winston eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Neal. And it's a shot in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Buying time to his left. Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of his end zone, Winston. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Winston. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play action now. Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. To try again after the sack. Hurts. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Flush to his right. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Hurts fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've got a lot of turnovers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The first down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and he's giving me the evil eye, folks. To throw, Winston.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Jameis now on first down.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. Winston letting one go deep for the end zone.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin as time expires in the first half.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that one makes it 14-7. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. On the return, Deontay Harris. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but
dashing through the snow. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Thomas. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jameis to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 30 on second down, Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Hurts throw there, complete to Rodgers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Sanders a first down, still going. Touchdown! Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. And he finds the tight end Rodgers. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give running left, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once you made the...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. We got 3.
First down, Winston. And he finds his target, Ebron. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Hey, we got a seal. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 6 guys.
Winston now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
I don't think you got it, son.
Here's Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Jameis again. High throw, but the catch is made. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Throwing, Winston. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point safely through, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Miles Sanders, 41 yards.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Looking to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shot at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's still on his feet.
147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 24 yards.
And the Eagles are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man Jackson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
But 1st down, Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Throwing on second and long. Hurts, and he will find Ridley on the left side. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. That's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One last shot now for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.